Going on, Thumbthumbs? This is Thumbbrother 2 bringing you guys the draft recap of the UBL-D League. That's right, the Salt Lake City Swamperts are back at it again with the brand new draft league. As PGL has wrapped up, I decided it's time to go ahead and try and branch out and get into a new draft league. Is it going to be PGL again? Is it going to be LDL? Well, LDL is currently in its 8th season, so we have that going on. But I figured, you know what, I can manage 2 leagues right now, with PGL wrapping up. So I want to give a big shout out and a big thanks to Root, who was able to get myself and Blazing Squid as a part of UBL-D League. So thank you so much for that, brother. I'll make sure to leave a link down below to Root's channel. But yeah, so UBL-D League, very competitive league for sure. Going into this draft, I was really shocked with a lot of the different tiers. Let me go ahead and camera's just a bit too high. There we go. All in all, the tiers were really different. There were a lot of different mons I didn't expect to be in certain tiers, but I felt like I could make it work, and not gonna lie, you guys, I feel like this is by far potentially one of the best teams that I've ever drafted, and that is honestly saying something considering the fact that I am coming off of a LDL season championship, and that team was complete fire. The fact that I got this team might have just this team is so, I cannot believe the team I have here. It's so perfect. I did not get sniped once through the entire draft, so I'm very excited to break down my draft, let you guys know what I picked, why I picked it. You guys of course see my first pick, but before I jump into that pick, let me go ahead and kind of go over my thought process in regards to where I was in the draft, how I wanted to draft and stuff. So for the whole entire draft, I was 2nd overall. I was the 2nd overall pick, so that guaranteed me at least one powerful broken mon if I so choose. So I ended up talking with Blazing Squid, Jetman99, and Lazy Ghost about everything, you know, where things were in tiers, you know, what was it that I could go for, what it is that I could not go for, or should I go for. And at the end of it, you know, Lazy Ghost, of course, he pointed out a couple really good things to me, a couple of really cool megas, pairs I could get with some tier 1s, and, you know, all in all, it was really good. But at the end of it all, there was one mon that he mentioned that really stuck out to me. Couldn't pass it up. The guy before me that drafted Tapu Koko, definitely going to be the #1 pick every single time it seems in draft leagues. Tapu Koko is an absolute beast. But you know what? We went ahead and we went with our Celesteela, aka Elton. He's the Rocket Man, and he's cruising out. What's the lyric? Burning out his fuse out there alone, or his fuel out there alone. But no, we have Elton the Celesteela. Very powerful mon. You guys really enjoy the typing. Steel Flying type already gives me a huge immunity to ground types. Starts my Fairy Dragon Steel Core. Huge, amazing stats. 101 attack, 103 defense, 101 7 special attack, 101 special defense, 97 HP. The only thing bad about it is its speed, which is perfectly fine because this thing gets autotomized. This thing can leech seed. This thing can stall all day and night. This thing can be so offensive. I am so happy to get to use such an amazing mon. I am definitely going to be hitting up Lazy Ghost throughout the season for some fun sets to kind of mix them into my teams, because if you guys don't remember, Lazy Ghost ended up winning a season of LDL with Celesteela when it first was like out and brand new. So Lazy Ghost really had a fun time with it, and I'm hoping to as well. But here we have Elton, our first pick for the UBL-D League. Now, heading on, because I was 2nd pick, there was quite a bit of waiting time. And initially, I thought I was going to pick up my Fairy. I thought I was going to pick up my Fairy type, and, you know, because, you know, a lot of different fairies were going. There was the one mon in particular that I knew I could have sworn it was going to be sniped from me, but I almost picked it. I had the fairy pick locked in through the draft page, and it would have automatically drafted it for me. And it wasn't until a little bit later that I realized that in regards to who was going to follow and who was where in the draft, Because Tapu Koko was picked first and foremost, I got the pick right before that next coach got the wheel pick. So he already has his fairy type. I guaranteed that my fairy type was safe for my third pick, which is honestly really crazy considering that it did get back to me. So it's like, you know what? I'm going to put that on hold for just a quick second. I'm going to go ahead and get my dragon type instead. And at that time, a lot of dragon types were going. Like I said, I wasn't sniped. I wasn't sniped in this draft league. However, I was like semi-sniped, I want to say. I guess it would be the best way to put it, because I was really looking towards wanting to draft Hydreigon. I thought it would pair really nicely with Celesteela. I thought it was a really cool combo for a very low tier. Well, it wasn't low tier, but a decent tiered mon. And it ended up going fairly early in the draft, which was really surprising. However, I'm like, okay, no worries. I can definitely look around and see what other dragon types I could potentially draft. And this dragon type popped up, and I've always wanted to use them. It's a very different dragon to use, but very, very powerful nonetheless. So please welcome Garchomp to the Salt Lake City Swamperts here for the UBL-D League, aka Jetman99. That's right, I got the Jetman alongside with me. We're going to have all the Australian Rage going with us, but no, Garchomp is very, very cool in the fact that it does get Rough Skin. It definitely is a reliable ability if I want to run it more so defensively. Rough Skin Rocky Helmet does so much crazy recoil damage to opponents. It's really, really helpful. It's a stealth rocker, dragon type, of course, base 102 speed, which I really like. I love the fact that we have something over base 100. I always usually try and draft fast teams, powerful teams like that, and you know, Garchomp is definitely one of those mons. Very, very huge moveset. It does get Poison Jab for those pesky fairy types. It also gets access to Iron Head as well, if I'm not mistaken. It gets Fire Blast if you want to run it special, or if you just want to put Fire Blast on to hit something on the special side. It's a very, very, very reliable mon. Pairs really nicely with Celesteela, if you ask me. And yeah, I figured, you know, why potentially waste a dragon type when I can guarantee my fairy type on my third pick? And so I was able to pick up Garchomp, really happy about it, Jetman99. And so my third pick comes around, it's like, okay, it's time that I complete my Fairy Dragon Steel Core, and the fact this Mega got back to me in the third round, I was so happy about. I thought it was going to be one of the more broken Megas. I was disappointed that I wasn't able to use it as proficiently as I did in the PBL when I was there for a couple weeks. I don't think you guys saw any of those videos, because I think I deleted them, but making its return to the Salt Lake City Swamperts for another season where we are going to be using her right is going to be Mega Diancie, baby. That's right, Mega Diancie, such an amazing mon. Base 110 speed, huge special defense, huge defenses, huge special attack, huge attack. This thing is so unbelievably broken, in my opinion. The fact I was able to draft it is phenomenal. I feel like it pairs extremely, extremely well with my other two mons so far. Primarily just because of their like main weaknesses. Garchomp doesn't like ice types. Well, Rock resists ice, if I'm not mistaken. Celesteela can eat up ice hits for days. Mega Diancie doesn't like steel types. Well, Celesteela eats that up for days. Garchomp can Rough Skin Rocky Helmet any physical steel type, which is probably 99% of the time that's going to be a physical steel type, unless you're a Magnezone or something. Celesteela doesn't like fire type moves, doesn't like electric type moves. Well, we got an immunity to one of those, and we got a resistance with Garchomp and Diancie. So I find it a very powerful trio, a very offensive trio as well, that can be bulky at the same time. Diamond Storm is going to be huge. It's going to be clutch to be able to use Diamond Storm and get that potential to get a +2 in defenses. I'm very, very excited to be using Mega Diancie, aka Kimberly, once again on the squad. So welcome back, Kimberly, to the Salt Lake City Swamperts. And so I have one core. It's an amazing core. Heading into the next round, it's like, okay, there's a lot of different mods I could have potentially chosen. I can dip down into tier 2 now safely, because I've already picked 2 tier 1s, which took a lot of points. I'm not gonna lie, took a lot of points. Mega Diancie didn't add any points. It actually added 0. It was a +0 Mega tier. So I was able to safely draft these 2 tier 1 mons alongside of it. which made me for the rest of the draft have to look into lower tiers. So the way the rest of the draft works now is I had 400 free points altogether. There were like 6 different mega tiers to add points or take away points to your draft. And so with your free points, now the way I planned it out is I can get a tier 2 after this, a tier 4, and a tier 5. So I basically have double tiers throughout the whole entire draft, which I thought was actually really funny. But was looking around, and I've been saying for the past little bit that I've wanted to get an offensive water type for the longest time. And I mean, whoa, for the longest time. So because of that, I looked at this mon and I said, you know what, this mon is very hard to prep for. It's very, very scary with its ability, and it gets access to Dragon Dance as well? Are you kidding me? So I figured, you know, let's give it a shot. Let's see what we can do with this mon. It gets access to priority, which is what I really like about it as well. Say hello to Crawdaunt, aka Crawdaddy, joining the squad here, our first tier 2 pick for the draft, and such a fun mon. Like I said, it has access to Aqua Jet. Its dual typing is phenomenal with water and dark type. Adaptability allows moves to hit so incredibly hard. Knockoff is phenomenal as well. And like I said, gets access to Dragon Dance. I am happy about a Dragon Dancing mon. It's very, very fun to use. I've never used Crawdaunt before. I usually have a lot of bulky water types. The most offensive water type I think I've ever had was Rotom Wash when I want to run it offensively. So I'm very excited to be using Crawdaddy this season. Hopefully I'll be able to use it really, really efficiently. I'm excited to try such a different style of mon, for sure. But moving on now, it's like, okay, I have a lot of offense. I have a huge ton of defenses. I'm going to now really start to plan building around protecting my offensive Pokemon, primarily Celesteela and Deontay. Well, and Garchomp. Yeah, like the whole trio, honestly, I should say. And looking at just some common weaknesses and something I could really cover a lot, I just needed a fat mon, and I mean a big fat mon. And I say big with an emphasis because I couldn't pass it up. I saw it sitting there. I saw her sitting there, and I could not pass her up. Like I said, this mon has come through for me time and time again, and I'm excited to continue to use this mon. I feel like I've gotten very attached to this mon now, and so I went ahead and I picked up Snorlax. I picked up Big Mama again, because why the hell not? Big Mama is here. Snorlax, do I really need to say much more? Snorlax is incredible. You know the set I love to run with this thing with the Curse Recycle set. I love it so much. Snorlax is a phenomenal mon. I'm not gonna lie, an absolutely phenomenal mon. But its defenses with Thick Fat really help out our Celesteela with eating up fire type moves, as well as the Garchomp with ice type moves. I just feel it just fit the team so well, and it's such a powerful mon to use in so many different ways. I could not pass it up. Like I said, I cannot pass it up. This is the mon I could not pass up. It's like Squid and Deontay, regular Deontay. He can't pass it up in Draft League formats. I can't pass up Snorlax, so I'm happy to have Big Mama back on the squad. And moving forward, you know, we're going to be doing good things. We're going to be doing good things with Snorlax. But now, coming up next is going to be our 6th pick. A little over halfway. This is our halfway point in the draft. And I wanted something to really pair good with Snorlax. Something that could be offensive and also defensively, and also something that could definitely help out our Mega Deontay a little bit more, but primarily wanting to focus around that Celesteela, because Celesteela is so powerful. If we can have the right support for it, it's going to be able to help us out in the long run. So, looking through everything, I wanted this mon in the LDL for Season 8. I got sniped on it, so thank God that we did not get sniped this time around and we were able to pick it up. But please say hello, ladies and gentlemen, to Darth Maul, the Alolan Marowak. Oh, I love this mon. This mon is such a powerhouse, of course. Getting access to the Thick Club I think it doubles its attack to a huge, outrageous amount. It can be very, very defensively as well. It's got access to Shadow Bone, which hits really hard. It has Curse Body. It has Lightning Rod, which I really like about it as well. And like I said, it's a Fire Ghost type. It really does help out Celesteela and Mega Deoncé's weaknesses a whole lot, and also being a ghost type helps out Snorlax's weakness to fighting, which is something that I needed to cover as well, because Snorlax is good, but if there's a fighting type on the field, well, we're not, Snorlax isn't going to be able to do much, unfortunately. So, thankfully, we were able to get, Darth Maul, our Alolan Marowak. Very excited to use this thing. Another reason why I really like this mon is alongside Mega Deoncé and Snorlax, we can even try and run some Trick Room shenanigans if we really wanted to. But you know, that's all for the future. You know, we don't need to worry about that now. So, shh. You know, the time will come. The time will come. The time will come. But up next, it's like, you know, let's continue with the defenses. I needed something that could really help me U-turn out. I needed something that could just all in all be a huge defensive mon on both sides of the field, because Snorlax mainly is for the special side of things. I needed something that could be physically defensive as well, if not especially defensive as well. On top of that, this mon has a huge wide moveset as well. I'm very excited to use it. This thing has huge defenses. Very bulky mon. Very excited to use it. I went ahead and I scooped up Uxie, aka Cerebro, for our first tier 3 pick. Like I said, very defensive mon. Base 130 defenses. Absolutely huge. Excited to use it. Wide moveset, knockoff, stealth, rocks, U-turn, flamethrower, dazzling gleam, psychic, Psy-shock. Physically offensive, specially offensive, whatever you want, Uxie can do. I'm very excited to use it. Helps with a fighting weakness once again. And all in all, just can be a fun mon to use. Can be an absolutely fun mon to use for sure. So welcome to the squad, Cerebro. Hopefully you will, with your mind, with your ultra psychic powers, you will open our eyes to victory. Coming up next, though, I wanted an electric type, and by now, a lot of electric types were gone. So it's like, okay, maybe I should just draft an electric type that I'm not used to. I almost went Zebstrika again, which was almost a plan. Then I saw this mon, very powerful. Very powerful. Not the fastest thing in the world, but powerful. I literally thought I was going to be sniped 3 times waiting for this mon. But we ended up getting it. And I'm quite surprised. But all in all, it was an amazing pick. I couldn't wait, and I freaked out at work when I realized I drafted it. But say hello to Ringo the Vikavolt, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Vikavolt is on the squad, and I couldn't be happier. Like I said, powerful mon. Base 145 special attack. You cannot beat base 145 special attack. This thing is so incredibly powerful. We got access to agility, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Energy Ball, Bug Buzz. I'm closing my eyes because I know this moveset off the top of my head. We got Hidden Power shenanigans as well if we really want to. We can run an Assault Vest, Choice Specs, Choice Scarf. Like seriously, this thing is so stupid powerful. I love it. And on top of that, we get access to Flash Cannon. And on top of that, I should mention this now. At the end of the draft, we did have to pick Z Captains. They had the tiers that the Pokemon were in had to add up to 6 or more. So I will mention right now, first and foremost, our Z Captains are Crawdont and Vikavolt, 2 amazingly powerful mons, slapping on an Electrium Z, a Grassium Z, a Bugium Z. This thing's gonna bring down the house, not to mention Crawdont with Dragon Dance and then having a Waterium Z on top of it? Are you kidding me? Even after getting access to Liquidation, we're gonna lower its defense and then hit you for a Waterium Z. You are not gonna be living with our Z Captains. Our team is so powerful and I love it. But no, Vikavolt definitely helps us out as well. It gives us access to U-turn potential now alongside Uxie, so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, Ringo's here. Ringo. He may not be like the most well-known Beatle, but damn it, he makes an impact. He makes an impact. But moving on, I have one tier 4 pick left and a couple tier 5 picks. And I realized something, that even though I have Magic Bounce with my Mega Deontay, I should probably invest in a Rapid Spinner. I had my eye on this Rapid Spinner for a while. I wanted to get Vikavolt first for sure, and I felt like I could wait on this, considering a lot of people had, a certain type, and they had their Rapid Spinner. So very, very excited to use this Mon. It's definitely a different Mon. I've never used this Mon before. Hopefully I can use it efficiently. But for our Rapid Spinner, for our Grass type as well, I decided to pick up Serena. Like I said, definitely a different Mon. Never used it before, aka squats, because she got them thick. Look at she got them thick thighs. She is ready for them squats. But no, very powerful Mon. Has a base 120 physical attack and 98 special defense, which is quite surprising looking at this Mon now. But we have access to things like acrobatics, knockoff, high jump kick, play rough, of course, low kick. We do get Rapid Spin, like I said, Seed Bomb. Synthesis, another U-turner, Zen Headbutt. So all in all, a very, very utility-esque Mon. Excuse me, I got something in my eyes. But nonetheless, ooh, jeez. What is in my eye? That hurts. Ooh, sorry about that. But nonetheless, Squats is going to be here to put in the most work. I'm willing to bet my eye is bright red now. I'm very, very excited to be using it. So now heading into Tier 5. It was the end of the draft. 2 more picks. I was waiting on this Mon the whole entire draft. I saw it. I knew I was going to draft it. I was praying that I wasn't going to get sniped. Thankfully, we were able to pick it up. Very, very offensive Mon. I'm happy to get it. It's the little brother of the Gains. We have Creatine the Girder joining the squad. I love the nickname on this one. But yeah, very, very powerful Mon. Access to all the same abilities that Conkeldurr does. So we have Guts, which I really like. Throwing the Eviolite on this Pokemon makes it so incredibly bulky. And we also get access to Bulk Up and all that kind of stuff, so we can set up with it. Mach Punch, Elemental Punches, Drain Punch, Knockoff. Very, very offensive Mon. Very tricky Mon to get around if you're not prepared for it. Oh gosh, my eye, really? Come on. Almost done with this video. Come on. So all in all, very happy. Girder's taking his Creatine. I'm also starting Creatine. So we are here to evolve into Gain. So I'm very, very excited. And last but not least, it's like, okay, I have a very good balance of attackers. If you ask me, I think I have a really good balance. I can really mix things up. So I figured I'd settle for just another defensive Mon in Tier 5. There wasn't a lot to really pick from. The last couple of types I needed were Ice and Poison, if I'm not mistaken. So I kind of went with that route. I didn't really want to double up on types. And then I saw this Tier 5 Mon. I've used it before in PGL NU season. I was really excited when I traded for it. I think I traded for it during the season, but it served its purpose and it helped put in work. And the best thing I like about this is it gives us some Toxic Spike Absorber and a Toxic Spike Setter. Which I really, really enjoy. So please welcome back Frank the Garbodor to the squad as our last pick. Like I said, very, very defensive Mon, but has a really cool moveset. Being able to, like I said, get up Toxic Spikes or even just go for Toxic and 100% guarantee Toxic is what I really, really like. So excited to be using this thing again. I feel like my team as a whole is very, very well balanced. I have a lot of different speed tiers, which I really like as well. We don't have the fastest of Mons, where fastest Mon being Deontay at 110. However, we have a wide range of Mons to pick and a very, very powerful team to boot. So hopefully the squad will show up. You guys the draft stream should have just ended when you guys are seeing this. Videos should be going up next week. And I'm very excited because, alongside LDL, we have the new layout ready for you guys with the new cap card. So I'm very excited. Like, seriously, this team is so powerful. Potentially my favorite team because it's filled with so many new mons, so many old faces, and it's power. It is absolute power. I just pray that I'm able to use this team effectively and I can make a good showing in the UBL-D League. At the end of the day, of course, though, we are here to have fun. It is just Pokemon. Let us have fun this season. Salt Lake City Swamperts are in it to win it. We're going to have fun. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here, definitely subscribe as I try and post Pokemon content like this all the time. Make sure you enable the bell notifications as well. But I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Thumbbrother 2, and I will see you for UBL-D League Week 1.